we're all grown-ups here. If we understand the technical process of a product development process.
He's playing a video from his meeting on 5/19.
Why can't we just accept Shavez is getting the job done? Okay, he probably shouldn't have announced it, but look, he did. Something obviously happened. Let him get his job done. Let him get it working. We can deal with it afterwards. That's just how I feel about it, how I think about it. For you guys, you have to decide that for yourself. I understand what you are saying, but individuals who invest significant funds into the development of a product are often considered crowdfunders and are usually compensated for their contributions in such a way that separates them from those who enjoy the finished product. You're absolutely right. But in that situation, when you're crowdfunding, the final product, usually you don't get any financial benefit from.
Incorrect.
You get usually maybe some shares.
No. Equity, man.
Let's face it, nothing. You'll get maybe a couple of thousand tokens if it's
he doesn't understand crowdfunding either.
A couple of thousand tokens or a couple of hundred
tokens. This isn't crowdfunding, this is crowd scamming.
You'll not have any financial gain in the future. Or you'll get a free.
No, but he's comparing it to crowdfunding.
Oh, no, it's just they do this. I talked to one of these big scammers once, and he said this is just a way of crowdfunding. I said, so you don't care about the people that are investing in these opportunities, believing it's something else.
The difference is just crowdfunding, you're guaranteed a certain thing per level. Like, hey, Danny, if you donate 1,000, you're getting 10% off for life. You donate me 100 grand, you have a coupon for 30% off for life. You know, and then 10%. And you get to try the newest product every single year, and you get all the special invites for free. I invested in a few places like a winery and stuff, and that's what I get. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Plus, that's a good investment.
Got my money back.
Yeah. Hey, we got a link to these. I've noticed they've changed the password, thinking that's going to stop us for the TLC trading AI bot. They've changed the password so that you can't get into the room because that'll be happening right now. But have we got anyone in one of the meeting in links? That'd be quite cool. The Russian room here, which is quite cool. We'll just bring it up. Oh, that's quite good. So is he talking now? Or is that you recording it just a few minutes ago?
I'm recording the whole meeting.
Oh, right.
This is a video. So he's in the room, but he's playing a video. Like he's the lazy guy. He plays videos. The video because it gives the date. He's playing a video of what, like I guess he had another one of these where he answered questions, and the video's on 5/19.
So what's the purpose? Is this a leadership meeting, or is this because it's ran at the same time as UK Prime, which is really unusual if he's promoting Boomerang?
It is and isn't because he wants people to ask questions and the chat's always open.
Oh, right. And well, I'll try to get in. So basically, that link I've got, theoretically, it will happen again tomorrow, I presume.
Yes.
Yeah.
He got pissed. He's like, "Who's giving out our link? Who's giving out our link?"
Well, it's too late.
I sent you the clip. I sent you the clip of him saying it.
Oh, no, good stuff. I'll play that in a second. I think. Is it Crowd One World? No, that's not. No.
No, it's in the WhatsApp. It's that big sound clip.
Okay. Oh, right. Bob Wilson. Right, gotcha. 6. Yep, I got you. No, cool. All right. Well, so you're playing that now, aren't you? Well, you're playing the meeting that's live still at the moment.
Yeah, you're just listening to it live, but I'm also recording it.
No, I don't mind. I think listening to it live is quite good, but if you want to carry on playing, that's good if you've got the time.
Well, why don't you play the clip first, and then we'll go back to live.
Here we go.
Okay, this is my personal Zoom link.
Can you hear that right?
How did we have people come in here that shouldn't be in here? Well, so somewhere along the way, people are sharing the link.
Brilliant, mate.
To people that they shouldn't be, probably knowingly, maybe unknowingly.
What?
But if you guys want this company to succeed, then we all have to take our part in protecting it.
Unreal.
I mean, what do you want? Do you want to be in a company that disappears in 6 months because of the aggravation? Or do you want to know that you're here for the years to come? the next 10 years? Because we are going to be here for the next 10 years.
Oh, really? Prove that. With what evidence? How? You get locked up before then? Jesus Christ. Oh, that's brilliant. Oh, my God. That's, I'm going to make a short out of that. Yeah, I'm going to definitely make a short out of that today. I just need to, that's brilliant. Thanks, mate. Thanks for the content. It's brilliant. I just can't get, you literally cannot fathom that these guys think that they can get away with it. I mean, Chantal's, that's something I probably would want to play today is Chantal's video, because it is actually, to me, it's actually breathtaking that they think they're actually on the edge of technology, and they think that they're technology frontiers, and that that you just can't make that shit up, because there's no way that anything. This is nothing to do with Chantal. Sorry, this is nothing to do with being a technology fighter front. This isn't like them exploring technology. Ponzi schemes have been around for ages. They don't have a product or service. Any money that gets paid to anybody has actually come from memberships they've sold or license money they've sold.
Yep.
There is something at Crypto G. I've got you here, but if I went to the main liquidity wallet, this is actually called. I'm pretty sure. What have I called it? It is actually the main. There's a technical name for it. This was Income USDT Liquidity Wallet, and we've actually watched. We've seen $5.6 million being lifted out of this platform just the other day, and this was just before they were going to launch, which is really unusual because it would insinuate that they know people are watching this wallet address, and it would insinuate that they're about to launch because there's a lot of liquidity. But that money got lifted off the platform around about the same time they were going to launch. But now there's only 123,000 in there. And I say only because we've actually tracked $140 million. And every time I say that, I think that can't be right. But we've been tracking the money.
That's actually way more, everybody.
What was that?
It's way more than that.
It has to be, eh? But we're watching money. Now, this USD tether, you might know, Bob, but see it's got a V underneath it. What does that actually mean? Is that... So when you see it says because I know in the back office of WOZ, you can convert your WOZ dollars into USDT, but you can't get your USDT off the platform. But I'm assuming that when you go and buy a WOZ license, you can actually use your WOZ money to purchase a new license. So what I'm alleging, hey?
I don't think you can.
Well, that's what I'm trying to determine. Because my theory was...
I think in the back office, it could only be used to get tokens or not. I mean, I'm not a member, so I really don't know if you could use it because I think they have a deposit address. They have a deposit address where you send your money, just like Bitterlip.
When people listen to us, Bob, they say to us, because we're not members, we can't be an authority and speak. Well, I'm not going to sign up for a house fire to know that house fires destroy people and families, but what I'm getting at here is we were under the impression that the money that we see coming in here is fresh money and not from any other platform. However, when Hyperverse fell over, we had people creating people's accounts for them, and that's what we want to find out. Have you had your account created by somebody else for you, or did you go to the We Are All Satoshi platform, sign up for a $50 membership and buy your left leg and your right leg for $150 combined, and then get trottle off and go and buy your $500 your $500 Boomerang license, and then do we see the transaction in here, or have presenters gone out there and created accounts for people, and we'd still see the transactions in here because they're using their back office USDT to purchase these monies, and that's what I'm a wee bit confused about. So some clarity around that would be much appreciated, because when I look at this in the mornings and I see that 59 minutes ago someone decided to buy a $503 license, which means they just purchased a Boomerang license, I'm thinking, who the hell would be purchasing that? Because either they haven't been listening or searching or researching, or...
Did you see the poll? The poll that the Germans did?
No, tell us about that.
I sent it to you.
You send me lots of things, Bob. 20 votes for our multi-level marketing. Is it ethical or unethical? We're going to end the poll in a few minutes, so if you haven't voted, please do. So far, I'll tell you that there's more people saying unethical than there is ethical, but it's pretty close. So by all means, if you haven't voted in our poll in our YouTube channel, I'm broadcasting on 8 different platforms at the moment. So trottle off to dehek.com, find the YouTube channel, and then go into the chat room and vote for the poll that you may see there. Right, so you sent me, and did you send it in the main Avenger chat room, did you? Oh, there he is. He's popped. Sorry, say that again.
I just resent it, so that's all the way at the bottom of our chat.
Oh, right. Oh, brilliant. Oh, you're good, mate. Thanks for that. Really appreciate your hard work, mate. You actually are a friggin' legend in this game. So this is the poll. Share your current state of mind. Anonymous poll, so no one has to put their name out there. That's another interesting thing about how people want to remain anonymous. And how these platforms grow is because the person that introduced you into this scummy bottom feeder platform that's going to make you salivate at the mouth for no reason is because a friend of theirs have introduced them into it, and they don't want to dob their friend in. So it's a perfect storm, as some people would say. But here's their poll: share your current state of mind. This is a brilliant poll. We're going to set this up on the. We've got to actually do this on my community area because this is brilliant. Yeah, it is actually breathtaking. Okay, share your current state of mind. I will get my refund back. Once MVP starts, I will withdraw ×3 and then we'll recharge $500 lots. So what they're basically saying there is they're going to compound their winnings, and that's the perfect customer. You're not actually helping anyone by repurchasing after you get your money, if you get your money. You're just keeping your money on the platform. The trick of the game is to get your seed money back. That's what Sam Lee would train you if he was here. He's the big scumbag. You know, Sam Lee, the guy that's been charged for serious fraud for the United States of America, even though he's an Australian citizen, because they're trying to put out warnings to people who are doing these presentations. Anyway, diverse. Once MP3 starts, I will make 3 times and exit forever. So they just want to get rid of it. I will never start. It will never start. Motherfucker, Shavez and team scam me big time. Love that. 8% of people believe that, not as many as I think. I am not going to stop here. Even if I have to spend more, I will fuck those motherfuckers ass, I think he's trying to say. I'm presuming that there's no other 3 word with a ##. So I presume that's ass. It could be and they got locked off the internet. Stay cool. If it comes, then great. Else we will move on to the next scam project and invest. And this is exactly what will happen. And I tell you, 60 to 80% of people that I deal with go on to the next scam. I get emails from people saying I was a victim of Hyperverse and now I'm stuck in Wee Global. And I go, what? Wee Global came out after this. You mean you jumped out of the frying pan into the fire and you didn't learn? The last time when you burnt your pants with you? It's just so frustrating. Now that vote is absolutely brilliant. So in real time, let's reproduce this, and I'll see if I can get this. Let's go and make this vote happen in real time, and maybe you guys can be the first person to vote because I think that is absolutely a breathtaking vote. I'll see if I can. I don't know how many options you get to have. Oops, hold it. Something it crashed unexpectedly on my computer. Getting a few crashes lately tells me that I'm running out of memory for my computer. It sounds like Rob's worked out a sound issue too, which is great. All right, Bob, we're going to do this. All right, I'm going to show you how we...
I'll move you back to the live meeting. Joe's still shouting.
Okay. You do that while I do this. Go for it, mate. Thank you. I'll set up a poll.
This product, I can't stop you doing that. You can make your own choices. But the evidence is right there in front of you. Where do you want to look for it? How do you want evidence? You tell me specifically what evidence do you want, and I will do my very best to provide it.
Is the bridge working?
Communication from his side is terrible. Yeah, you're right, but that's who Shavez is. You know, if my best friend told me he was gay, I would say, fantastic, I accept you as you are. You've been my best friend for the last 20 years. You'll continue to be my best friend for the next 20 years. I accept you for who you are. I actually don't have many friends because I believe this is who I am. If people like me, they like me. If they don't, I don't care. I am who I am. At the age of 54, I can't change who I am.
Oh, it's the same as my age.
It took me years to become the person I am as it is.
Oh, well, the disappointment.
If I want to change, it'll be because I want to change, not because somebody else wants me to change. So we can't expect Shavez to change just because you can't be patient.
I'll ring up Joe as we speak.
I agree with everything you're saying, but I also think it's important to fix the communication gap. Yes, you're right, and we're doing everything that we can to do that, but it is what it is. Shavez announced Friday. Yes, he did announce Friday. I've already explained that and answered that. At least I did inform my team to be patient. All of us have been on the meeting since the beginning, and by now we have some delays, which means the project is not yet ready. As leaders, let's keep encouraging our community to be patient until the process is done. Let's trust the process. Florence, you're absolutely right. What do you want? Do you want the product in a hurry, or do you want the product?
There's no product, you dumbass.
Because believe me, if he launches the product now, and then in a week from now, we have to go into maintenance because we have to fix something, you'll all be complaining. It's better to wait now.
Oh, even better.
And get as close to a perfect product as possible, so that when we do start, we can actually start making money straight away and change lives. So you have to make that choice. As I said earlier, make that choice. Do you want the product to be completed, or do you want it quickly, fast, or ready? Those are your two choices. And if those two choices don't suit you, then the only other option you've got is to go to a different product,
go to a different
project that is already working, that you can make money now, so that can solve your immediate problems. And come back to us in a month, in 2 months, in 6 months, in a year. I guarantee you we will still be here. And in all likelihood, whatever project you went to won't be.
I'll get it.
Please share with us this recorded Zoom. Yeah, I'll share it out to all my WhatsApp groups, and then whoever your leaders are should be sharing it around. Did Lucky answer my question regarding the MVP? I'll be honest with you now, Shed, I don't even remember what that question was. You can send me a message afterwards to remind me. I'll look it up and see what I think. But whatever it was, I haven't had a response to that. But I will, if you remind me what the question was, I'll ask her again. I just don't understand why he can't take responsibility as a leader, as a man. Why do we have to say these things? Why not hire a communications team to help us with our work too? Again, Shopper, to some degree, I agree with you. But Shavez is not a conventional man. We are not a conventional company. Shavez doesn't work in a conventional way. He does have people that are a communication team. That's us, the leadership. When he gives us information, we give it out. He could employ 1,000 people in a communication team. But if he doesn't share that communication to them, then what communication is there for them to share? We are the communication. We just need Shavez to share more regular updates. But again, he is who he is. If you can't accept him for who he is,
they're falling apart.
Best thing is to go and find something that you can make money now and come back in 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. I think it's ridiculous fun with us. Okay, I'm not sure what that means. I think you're saying, Harpreet, I think it's ridiculous he's having fun with us. That's fine. That's your opinion, and that's okay to have that opinion. If you can't wait, work on a different project where you can earn money now and then come back in 3 months or in 1 month. And you'll see that we're still here.
You can't
Does anyone from the leaders get opportunity to test the bot? He can give chance to them even if it's not ready. People are testing right now. I haven't. I'm not bothering. I'm going about my life. I'm not sitting here in a chair with my phone in my hand waiting to press the button. I'm getting on with my life. I'm working. I'm cleaning my house. I'm cooking my dinner. Taking my dogs for a walk.
He's got dogs? Where do you live, Joe?
I'm not waiting. I'm just doing things. When it's ready, it's ready. API not working properly. For that, there are 3 problems. Find out. Once these 3 errors resolved, it will launch. Yes, that's true. I don't think it's a case of they're not working. I think it's a case of they may not have integrated those APIs, but it's possible that for whatever reason there's a bug in those APIs. You're absolutely right.
Oh, bugs everywhere.
Cornelia, AI.
More massive at
the end of that. Where was that last one? Right. Cornelia said AI. Oh, okay. I think you were answering that question from earlier. Shavez has told us that that few leaders, individuals were able to trade last week. Have you personally heard of any who take trades? Yes, there are people in the leadership group that have taken trades. But if you haven't, don't worry. The product hasn't launched yet.
G'day, Joe.
You went and bought a car.
Live on the
Okay, you wouldn't buy the car if it didn't have wheels on it.
App for your home address, so we can ring
pay
up
your deposit.
Local
you can look at your $500 as your deposit towards moving through the packages to get to the $10,000 package. You buy a car and you put down your deposit. And if the company phoned you up and said, look, I've got your car here ready to collect, and you turned up and it didn't have any wheels, you wouldn't take it. Now, fair enough, the company wouldn't call you and say, it's ready.
45.
Wow.
But that's because there's a physical difference. But if they said to you, the car is complete, and the car has got the wheels, it's got the steering wheel, and it starts, and then you take it down, drive it down the road, and something goes wrong in the engine, what can you do? They couldn't see that. They couldn't predict that, could they?
Yeah.
You get a puncture. They can't predict it. They get a puncture, so you have to bring it back. They fix the problem. You come back and get it later. We're in the same situation here. Shavez announced, surely he announced that it was going to launch because he believed it was going to launch. But then something went wrong. They had to delay. That's not the problem. The problem is that he should have announced. He should have come back and said, okay, look, this is what's happened. It's the communication. Internet is fine. Got Netflix working just fine. Okay. I would say that the product behind the scenes isn't completely connected, shall we say. Hi, Joe. Could you show us some screenshots of the trades of Boomerang and Profits? No, because I haven't got any screenshots because I haven't done any. What do you want to see? Again, this constant need for evidence, this constant need for reassurance. It's, why? I know we've all come from a broken place.
Oh, my God.
But you either trust Shavez or you don't. The evidence is right there in your face.
What the?
You all, or maybe not all of you, but I would say most of you all saw it working in the beta version.
Oh, my God.
So why would it work now?
Oh, my God, really? I can't believe this shit.
Mirko, respect, Joe. Thank you very much. Let me frankly say here that we need much patience to encourage Shavez to get this done. All he has been doing for all our good. This project is unique one, and I strongly believe that we will come out strongly. Let's encourage him and
encourage him.
We are with him. He really needs our encouragement and patience. Solomon, thank you very much. Very nice to hear. Shopper, Joe, can't we give an extract or a short summary of your conversation with Shavez every day? I don't talk to Shavez every day. Lucky speaks to him every day or every other day, and we do give out those summaries. That's what the updates are. That's what we get from when Lucky sends out her update. I send it out to everybody, and that update is as a result of a conversation with Shavez. Claudia, I meant updates about what's working, what's not, why it didn't launch. Yes, you're right. It would be useful for him to come and do that. I know you guys are handing down all the info you possibly can. I'm just wondering if there's someone who's in the creation process who could hand down info to you, and lucky that Shavez might overlook due to working. Maybe. I don't have an answer for you, Claudia. It's not a wrong sentiment. And it would certainly be useful, and certainly would be easier for me if I had this information to be able to say to everybody, look, X, Y, Z. Gabrielle or Gabriella, dear all, be patient, thank you. IO, I like you, Joe. Thanks, IO. Very much appreciated. I don't see transactions on hash. What you talking about? Arbitrage trading not working. So about the transactions on the blockchain you speak after all the promises to community. I talk about the transaction hashes that we all of course, if you're not doing a trade, there isn't a transaction hash. That's like saying there isn't a cake if you haven't mixed eggs, flour, and butter together. You haven't done a trade, so there are no transaction hashes. So there are no transactions on the blockchain. But if you go to if I gave you my wallet address for my MetaMask, you can go to my blockchain and you can go and see all of the transactions that I did during the beta version.
A little bit, or was it too much?
And in fact, I think I do have. I'd have to find it now. I may have the Polygon network specifically for. Where was it? Was it for the company? I don't know. The testing where they did on testing, we have the transaction, the Polygon chain transactions that were done during testing that you can see. But yeah, if you want my wallet address, I'll give you my wallet address, Mario.
Oh, I've already
you can
got
go and see all of the transactions. You can go and look through my blockchain, see every single transaction.
You've done that.
His wallet address. I'm sticking my neck out for Dennis now. He may not be.
Problem. I can do that. Why not?
Yeah, why not? Go and see all the transactions, Mario.
You haven't got any.
But again, if you're not happy, if you don't want to believe it, if you refuse to believe it, if you want to believe other people instead,
this is like
your option is to go and do something else and come back in 3 months.
Belief in a project
because we'll still be here. Simona, I trust God, I trust Shavez, I trust in the process, and we're very happy with lots of money in our pockets. Absolutely.
He said he was never leaving
leadership, Joe. Thank you very much. Very much appreciated. Yes, someone has to follow. Yes, someone has to follow. I'm not sure what you mean by that, Heredas. But thank you. Are those guys who brought Boomerang straight away from the company trading yet? No, nobody's doing actual trading yet because we haven't fully moved to MVP. But it's coming.
It's coming.
Nickam, because I think that you said you earned $100 easily per day, just like did you get that money? Of course.
Prove it. We can't see.
Remember, we're not just earning money through Boomerang, we're also earning money through the affiliate.
You released it was from Boomerang.
So in Boomerang, during the beta version, I made we didn't look, I'm saying $100 a day. We didn't trade every day during the whole beta version because remember there was large periods of time when the app was under maintenance as they were developing, refining it, finding new ways to doing things.
$100 a day. Well, you can make.
But on the days that we were working,
oh my God,
on the day, I was making easily $100. I did one trade with 56% profit and made just over $500.
Oh, one of those lucky
trades on that one trade.
That was it.
Yeah, it's all there on the blockchain. You can go and see it all.
Well, we never found that transaction.
I think you said right. Okay. Or is it just the beta version?
More quick than a mouse?
No, of course it was real money. It wasn't. The beta version was a testing version, but it was all with real trades. All that money goes into your MetaMask. I mean, tell me, what other company, what other platform?
Well, we never saw the
dozens of us here. Out of this 100 people, there must be dozens of us here who are in the hyperverse.
Oh, this is.
Where was that money stored? Did it go into your MetaMask?
This is showing
you that it go into their wallet, where they had control? Of course, you all know the answer to that. It went into their wallet. Here, it all goes into your MetaMask. Of course, I withdrew. Yes, I withdrew. I've been using, or I was at that time using some of that money.
I can attest to that.
Yeah.
Where's the hashtag?
Dennis was withdrawing too, converting the profits into USDT,
on the hashtag, you mofo.
Sending it out to my Nexo account.
Nexo account. What the heck? Oh, he's frozen. Come back, Joe. You got to show this on the blockchain, otherwise it's just your word against ours. Show us the transaction you did for that made $500 with one click of a mouse. Everyone remember that video? Uh-oh. Bob's going to be back in a second. But the unsubstantiated claims of Joe, we have infiltrated his Zoom meeting, his private Zoom meeting. He's got 45 people in there at the moment. This is as good as it gets for an Avenger at the moment. News to hand, Joe has had his Zoom meeting hacked by the Avengers. At the moment, we currently have our correspondent, Bob, rebroadcasting his Zoom meeting where Joe is making unsubstantiated claims about trading. Joe has made claims in the past where he claims that you can make up to $1,500 in a day and encourages people to do so. Our evidence has shown that Joe is full of shit. He doesn't know what he's talking about, and he's got no proof to back up his claims. In fact, he's just mentioned that he's done it. You can see it on the blockchain, but doesn't provide the blockchain address or his wallet address to prove the transactions he's alleging. In fact, he said he made $100 from WOZ in general and not by doing arbitrage trading. Previous correspondence shows that he has alleged that he was making $100 trading a day by doing Boomerang trading. And now he's turned that around, ladies and gentlemen, to being in general overall. Also, he's failed to mention that if he has made $100 a day, it will all be locked in the back end of We Are All Satoshi and unable to get his money out of the platform. Who are you going to believe? A guy on his back foot in a Zoom meeting with 45 other people who are throwing insults at him and alleging that this guy is full of shit? He's telling people he will not leave the platform. He's encouraging people to go find another opportunity and make money and come back in 2 or 3 months' time. Every day, this guy gets onto a Zoom meeting and he says that it's just around the corner, just around the corner. And then he pitches you their pitch deck, telling you to go buy an arbitrage trading license. This guy is a bottom feeder of the world. And Joe, you're watching this. Chantal, you're watching this. What are you guys thinking? Do you really want your name to be mud? I'm going to do my best to name and shame you guys and fully expose you guys for the fraudsters that you are. We are currently looking at Joe's wallet address and we cannot see any transactions. Hopefully our correspondent Bob will be back, but let me show you what I'm looking at so you know that I'm not full of shit. We are looking at the Joe's wallet address. And if we look here, we can actually see what Joe has been doing. And we cannot actually find any arbitrage trading. Oh, we can. Yes, we can. Ladies and gentlemen, here is a successful trade, not arbitrage trading, because arbitrage trading makes. This is the wallet that Joe has been using since day dot when connected to. Now, he's still transferring money around 5 days ago. And if we go down here and we look for a request flash loan, it was done 45 days ago. And we have labeled the wallet, and we know this is his wallet because we've managed to get the hash from the demos that he's been claiming. We click into one of those and we look at an arbitrage trade. This is real-time stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Well, it's not real-time. This was his last successful trade. He come along and he traded 100 flash loan money. And if you go down to the fourth line, you can see that this didn't actually make any money. It actually remained the same, but it did actually lose nearly a cent. This was because he was trading 2 stable coins. So he traded $100 and there was a deficiency of 99.999, which is just short of a cent. 1 cent difference between these arbitrage for $100. So that's stupid. Why would you trade 2 stable coins in the first place? I must ask. But if you come down to the bottom here, you can see that 98 cents was actually paid into his MetaMask wallet for the transaction, and there was a 3% gas fee. Questions. We want Joe to come on here and we want to talk to you, and we want you to explain line by line what this actually means, because we do know what it means, and we know there's no 98 cents profit in there. This money was paid out via the Boomerang fund controller V3 account, which is part of the smart contract that runs this fake arbitrage trading platform. They are using Joe's money that he paid for a $500 license, and they're paying you back from your own money and topping up your MetaMask wallet after this transaction is done. It is crazy. Now, how do we know this is true? Well, if you went to the main, I think it's this one here, the main liquidity wallet, we found that they have a wallet where they had to keep it loaded with money so that to make these transactions go through. So this is the WOZ, let's say, funding account. If we come here, we can see the different exchanges that they have kept topped up. And as you can see, they're all at 0.11103, 31 cents, 34 cents, and $2. And this $2 actually came from me because I didn't know much about crypto, and I transferred Binance USDT into the platform, and they're not using that because it's on the Polygon network. So then we loaded in $5, and then we noticed that the trading resumed. Yes, when the trading was plugged in, it resumed as soon as we topped up this wallet, which proved to us that there's no arbitrage trading going on. In fact, it's all a simulation of arbitrage trading. They are requesting real flash loans. They are just basically exchanging from one platform to another to create a transaction that you think is real, and then they are paying you into your MetaMask wallet from this wallet address. When we showed this on our videos, the next day the code that was generating the how much they pay you from the website was removed. And, as breathtaking as that may sound, if you go to the test wallet now, you can actually see they were telling people that these trades that you see here are where you can pick what trade that you want to select. So we've done this yesterday and we've done this day in, day out, and this is a prime example. So here is DAO, and I don't even know what USDC.E is, but here's a profit available for you to trade at 0.4338. If you go down here, here's the same two exchanges going the opposite way, and you can make a profit of 0.8515. And if we wait here for a second, I've done this so many times, it will refresh. And I think it just has refreshed, but it hasn't refreshed with new market opportunities. Now, arbitrage trading, if you do a search on ChatGPT and ask what arbitrage trading is, you'll find it's done very swiftly. And if there's a deficiency on one exchange and the other one, you can basically trade and take out the money. Normally, arbitrage trading involves millions of dollars being transferred from one place to another, and the insufficiencies. Imagine that you've got two supermarkets and they're both selling bananas at $1.99, and this company is selling their bananas at $3.99, and they don't realize that the market has updated the price, and they haven't updated in that split second where the market, they haven't checked the price at the market and updated their prices, a bit like petrol. Then you can trade between these two platforms and make money until this company here goes, oh my God, we're selling bananas too cheap. We better go back and check the market rate. That's what arbitrage trading basically is. But in the big world, can you go in with your $100 and make what Shavez alleged Shavez alleged that he was making consistently for 2 days trades with 4% profit. So he was alleging that the supermarket had a bunch of bananas for $8, and this supermarket had a bunch of bananas for $4. And this supermarket hadn't checked the market rate for so long that he had time to go click, 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 and wait 30 seconds for it to go away and do the transaction and come back. That was possible. Now, there's never, ever been any trades that have actually made money. We've never, ever seen any trades that actually made a profit from what they call arbitrage trading, which means, ladies and gentlemen, this is not arbitrage trading. This is a lie. This is multi-level marketing. They are grasping at straws. They are literally trying to convince you that they have a product, because any dirty, disgusting bottom feeder of the planet, which is Joe, which is Chantal, which is Carl Miller, which is Yvonne Henry, we've destroyed Kate Longley. She's no longer. She's worried about losing her job. We've contacted her employer and said, look at this lady on camera. She's representing your school kids. We are going to go to the parents of the school that Kate Longley works at. You need to stop this lady. So she's disappeared. We're going to do the same with Chantal. We're going to find out where Joe lives. We need your help. We need you guys to go to dehek.com, supply any information you know about Joe. Obviously, there was 45 people in Joe's Zoom meeting right now, and our correspondent, Bob, had broadcasted that meeting. It is absolutely breathtaking that we get this information. It shows that 45 people in Joe's Zoom meeting hate him. They hate what's happening here. They are upset. We had a brilliant poll by the German team that was chucked into our room, and we've actually added that poll as much as we can. We couldn't add all the poll because I'm going to go back into that room and we'll see if we can tab that out. But this poll was done in the German meeting, and it says, share your current state of mind about Boomerang. Alan Walker. Hey, it's Alan Walker. Cool. And it says, I will get my refund back. Now, this is the next part of the scam. Is people will now start thinking that they will get their money back. You will not get your money back. This money is probably taken off to some Cayman Island. Now, did you know that the group behind this is called Hypertech Group? Hypertech Group was originally registered, allegedly, in the Cayman Islands. Hypertech Group originated from Australia. They moved over to Hong Kong. We've got meetings of them in their board meetings, 20 people in a board meeting in Hong Kong running Hypertech board meetings. I believe the organization behind this is bigger than Shavez and Sam Lee. I believe it's the organization called Hypertech Group. That's my thing. I've been researching this for over 2.5 years. I know my shit, I believe. This has nothing to do with Shavez. Shavez is just a puppet. Somebody's got their hand up his bum and they're making him squawk like a budgie. This is a poll from some people. They believe that I will get my refund back. Well, that's not going to be possible. Rory Kanacha comes to mind. He's claimed that he's going to be the representative to a class action lawsuit against Sam Lee and the organisation Hypertech Group. And he's rallied around telling everyone there's got 20,000 people who want their money back. And he's like the village people, and he's marching to the castle demanding to get their money back. Class action lawsuits aren't available in Dubai. They're only available in Canada and America. So you'd have to get the Americans to expedite, which there's no expeditious thingy for getting Sam out of Dubai. In fact, Australia is trying to, wants to expedite Sam Lee back to Australia. And then I'm sure they would probably exchange him and throw him up to America, and they'd be fought at like wolves over a bit of meat. But anyway, my point is there's no way to get your money back. It's just a myth. There will be scams. There will be people coming out like they did with Hyperverse with new opportunities where you can trade your way out of the money you've lost. So it's like doubling down at the casino. You've lost your money, ladies and gentlemen. You've invested in Boomerang. Your money's gone. It's gone offshore. We've watched $140 million. $140 million has been transferred from WOZ wallets off into other real tricky, complex crypto transactions. And it's literally like they're stacking gold bars of crypto into a safe. It's off into the real world and it's gone. I've even had people who are in legitimate companies telling me that they're accepting money from money laundering. We've got the men in black looking into that. Whether that ever eventuates, who knows? But $6 million was getting transferred from what we believe Hyperverse into a legitimate company, and they're money laundering this money out. So getting your money back, impossible. It's too complex. You shouldn't have invested in the first place. Second one, once MP3 starts, 30% of people think they can get their money back. 30% of people think once MVP starts, I will withdraw my 3 times and I will charge with another 500. So they are the veterans, ladies and gentlemen. They are the people that think, I know better. Once I get my money back and it's in the back end of WOZ, I'm just going to buy 3 new licenses and do the same again. But when you go to withdraw your money is the true test, isn't it? Well, 30% of people believe that they can still do this. 17% of people says once MVP starts, I will make 3x and exit forever. People just want to be done with this. They want to get their money back. They still live in hope that they're going to get 3 times. There's no arbitrage trading available here. Any arbitrage trading that was seen in the last 5 days, because that was the last time we tracked any tracking, was just buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell, buy, sell. And it was absolutely pathetic. Now, it would be unethical of me not to actually show you this transaction. And our correspondent, Bob has returned to the newsroom, and let's hear an update from Bob and see what he has for us. News to hand.
News to hand. This just in. He's avoiding the Australian government question because he can't answer it. I don't know when you left my stream, but so wow. He can't answer it.
He can't answer it, and he says he's never done arbitrage trading before in his life, and then he says this is 100% arbitrage trading, and then he doesn't know the answer to the question when someone like Mark shows him that they're getting the same results every time they pick the same exchanges and trade the same amount of money. So What does it show? He's not consistent, is he?
Yeah, and also to clarify, there is a difference between an aggregator and being partners with somebody. Partners usually mean there's a percentage. Like in me and Danny partners, it might be 60-40.
Yeah, well, split it right down the middle.
You have to put a percentage to it. You have to put a percent.
Have you heard of that one before? We're business partners. We'll split it right down the middle, 30-30. And you're in? That's the sort of... Hey, I must say, and I speak for
1%. The trucker guy gets 1%.
The trucker. Hey, I've got to say, Bob, just speaking for other people in the chat room today, and you'll get a few comments. We've got 20 people in here. I just want to take my virtual hat off to you today. You are a trooper. You're on here all the time. You live and breathe this stuff, very much similar to myself. And you've absolutely fully, I believe, if everybody watched the video that we've just done over the last 45 minutes, they would not be a part of this organization. I mean, we're just exposing them for the, I don't know, they're just not, there's no structure to their company. There's no structure to anything they're selling. These
I love how they call it a company too.
What was that? Yep.
I said, I love how they call themselves a company or an organization. I'm like,
I even hate saying it. You get brainwashed into thinking this is real. I mean, they're claiming that they're going to be a registered DAO and become a legal entity. In that one sentence, it tells you that they're not a legal entity because they're trying to become one. And you think you guys are so immature. But honestly, Bob, you're absolutely friggin' amazing. And I battle with you on the mic half the time, and you make me grumpy sometimes. And you've even learned to let me do some of the talking. So it's I think what I see from this is the Avengers are becoming more stronger. When Chantal came out and did that statement about how she has to reflect about her life in the universe because we launched a video exposing her, and you went into her meeting and you showed her those government documents. And she said, I don't want to discuss this here. She said, this is Shavez's company and it's nothing to do with me. And then she carried on promoting these licenses to people. And I'm thinking, oh my God, are you stupid, lady? And she won't even talk to me. She won't answer the phone. They just run and hide. And we've got these ladies.
But I think it's over because I'm already seeing the one special room. Everyone's like, there's another program that's similar and it's live or something. So everyone's like probably messaging that guy, asking him what program that is.
Wow.
So,
and we did get a screenshot of that yesterday, didn't we, of that program? And we will follow these. I mean, it's tiresome for us because, like I said earlier on, 60% or 80% of people seem to just jump from one platform to the other. And I still can't understand why you have to. I mean, go buy some crypto, and just have a play. I mean, I bought Ruby coin, and I didn't buy Ruby. I did actually. I personally put in about $90, and I got donations from people, and I used all that money to buy Ruby coin. It went up to $1,200 from $250. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. Now it's back to about $600. I'm going, I wish I sold it when it was $1,200. But it's fun, and I'm not risking anything. And I've tried to research the company that I've put my money into, and other people have followed me a little bit, and it's fun. But and then people just say, oh, you got to have those, that longevity sort of. You stay, you don't. But go play around crypto, and we don't mind sharing what we know about it. I mean, I didn't know how to set up a MetaMask wallet. I still didn't know how to hide my 10-word hash, which is I've really remembered how to do that now. Apple, and then banana, and then how does it go? Apple, banana, surfboard, surf, and then the last 6 were Toyota, margarita, because I like margaritas, and then it was orange, and then I had another couple. Oh, they skydive and jump. Yeah, and that's how I've remembered my because you should remember your 10-word hash. You shouldn't give that out to people. And if you write it down like I have in my drawer over there, somebody could break into my house and steal my MetaMask keys. So you've got to memorize those things. So come up with a pattern and practice it with your friends. And say it over and over again so you know your MetaMask hash, and then you're going to be safe on the internet. Remember, you heard it here first. So where were we with this poll? I will never start. I love this. 8% of people said, I will never start. It never start, motherfucker Shavez. And teams scammed us big time. I love that one. I'm not going to stop here. Even if I have to spend more, I will fuck those motherfuckers' ass. Woo. I think that means ass, as we said earlier on. And 8% of people said, hey, cool. If it comes, then great. Else we'll move on to the next scam project and invest. Oh my God, these people know this is where we're going wrong because these people know that these are scam projects, but they're hoping to get their seed money back as soon as they can and then play with house money. That's how they play. Sam Lee, even though we've taken so much piss take out of Sam Lee, Sam said every project, no, this is May Summervu. She said every project has a start and a finish. You need to understand that. Every project has a start date and an end date. And she said, what you do is you go in there and you invest on day 0. So you've got to be on the very first top of the pyramid and you invest your money. And then you work like a beaver and it's promote, sell packages. And then she said, get your seed money back and then worry about your 1 times, your 3 times, and your 10x. And that's the cookie cutter thing that she says that you've got to do to be a successful trader. And then what happened? Well, we had Vend relaunch, and they were launching a project every single day. 15 different projects, and they were making unsubstantiated claims that you invest $100 and you're going to get 20% of your money back in 30 days. And they're still going today, but they have 15 people in their friggin' Zoom meetings. You can't make this shit up. Hey, Susie, nice to see you here. Hold it, Susie. One for you. You ready? Oh, no, wrong button. Hold it. I've got a special key for... That's Susie. She's our correspondent. See? She's a very fast typist and uses a clunky keyboard. So we've got our sound files for everyone. I did do these earlier on. We've got that's Bob. He's our hero for the day. That's our crazy truck driver. We call him Richard, but he's actually called Crypto Dynamite. Now he drives a matte black truck through the desert, and he's got one of those cages on the front and in there it's a cardboard cutout of Shavez. Now we want to replace the cardboard cutout to a real Shavez. So if you know where Shavez lives and you've got his home address and you're watching this, please share it with the Avengers. We'd love to make that possible. Yeah. And then, of course, we do have the pussy. That's Rob. He's a little bit softer than the rest of us. He doesn't sort of commit to saying it's a scam, but he lets you determine. You know, he provides the evidence and lets you judge whether it's a scam or not. I call him a kitty cat, but he's nice. And he'll be listening to this right now, and I'm sure he'll be going, I'm going to get on there and defend myself. And this is the other thing that I think you would have to agree with me here, Bob, and you agree with a lot of things I say, thank goodness, is that there's 400 people in a Zoom meeting, and they ask you to put your hand up and ask a question. Now, you might be fearful thinking, I don't really want to ask questions about my investment because they're going to kick me out. Well, that could happen. But why is there only 3 or 4 hands up when there's 400 people in a Zoom meeting? Are they real people in these Zoom meetings? Is one question. And why don't people start asking these questions? And why don't the village people storm the castle? It's good for Donald Trump. It worked for him. So anyway, I've done enough talking. So what should we do now?
I don't.
What's the next plan of attack?
What?
What's the next plan of attack? I was just looking at this hash transaction. This is the transaction that went through the other day. And this is the one that the Germans discussed, and it basically traded all the different exchanges, and then at the very bottom they started with $16.90.
All the people who are, if you're watching the show, the IC3 will never contact you or Telegram.
What's that mean?
The IC3? It's the how you file a criminal complaint. Because I'm seeing people are they're like, oh yeah, I know it's fake. I'm gonna get my money back. They told me they could recover my funds. I'm like, lady, I hope you didn't give them any information. That's a scam.
Yeah. And it's a shame that I get that all the time. So Vera, you might think that's a joke. Vera invested $40,000 into a trading platform and had a specialist trader trade it for her, and within 2 weeks lost all the money. So she jumped up and down. They gave her $10,000. She traded for 2 days herself with the knowledge that she learned from the scummy trader, made $100,000, went to withdraw the money. And then they said, no, you can't withdraw the money because we gave you the $10,000 that you used to make the money. But if you pay us another $10,000, we will let you have half the money. She didn't pay that money. So she went to a crypto, she invested $45,000 into Hyperverse. She managed to claw back $23,000. Then she was told to transfer her money from Hyperverse into Hypernation. She did that. Then Carl Miller came along and said, hey, what about Diversal? Why don't you transfer your money from Hypernation into Diversal? Blah, 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 blah. And it goes on and on and on. Long story short, she went to a crypto recovery company.
And I think that's going to be the best playing that evidence in court. So like, it's going to show that he's a criminal fraudster.
Oh, it's going to be great. We've got so much evidence on these guys. And as I said earlier on in this live broadcast, that it takes 2 years for the men in black to come up with a case. And they need evidence once they've got this case. So, for example, Bitcoin Rodney, I knew he was going to be arrested before you did. Now, Bitcoin Rodney was trying to sell his vehicles to government agents. And those government agents knew that he was trying to flee to Dubai. If you look at the court notes, they arrested him in the departure lounge of Dubai with a one-way ticket. He was trying to flee the country. He'd already tried selling his assets and he'd had enough. He knew that his cookie was done. Bitcoin Rodney had already been locked up for 5 years with other things he'd done in the past. He's going away for a long time. The government, the agents going after him, are actually going for him with drugs, and then they're going after him with him for money laundering, and then they're going after him for recklessly promoting a crypto opportunity that didn't exist. And that those three things. Now, they didn't have evidence on the third one enough, but they had to arrest him because he's on his way to Dubai. Everyone that gets to Dubai, it's like a game of bull rush. And you might avoid the Crypto Ponzi Scheme Avenger, but I don't know about you, Bob. I mean, I probably would like to live in Dubai. I think I should be actually living in Dubai because I think I'd quite like living in one big playground for the rest of my life. But if I was a New Zealand citizen, every 3 months,
you would file a complaint. You would file a complaint.
Oh,
you would file a complaint like every day on somebody. So,
well, that's exactly what you could do. And we had, we're pretty lucky. We've actually got, I know right now we could try it actually. I'll see if Garrett is available and see if he can pop in here because we've got correspondents all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. We're not just fluffing around with stupid shit here. We can try a couple of people. We could try Lynette. Should be a bit of fun to have in here. We'll have Jan Gregory. I managed to find him.
I heard the meeting.
Yeah, we'll invite Chantal in here and see if she wants to talk. We'll invite. I won't invite you because you're already in here. But let's see if we can we'll go to Lucky's room and we'll put the link in here to the meeting. So
now we know who talks to Shavez too. That's what we also learned. None of the leaders get to talk to Shavez. It goes Shavez, Lucky, everybody else. That's the pecking order.
I'll even do it to Roy Canacha. He might want to come defend himself in here.
Yeah, we need an update from him.
Yeah, and then we'll go. Now, where's Rod been lately? We haven't seen Rod for a while. He's one of our German correspondents. Now, couldn't he actually chase up these German guys?
Yeah, probably because he could file because they act like in certain countries, if it's from their own citizens, act faster. Like if Rich files against Tammy and Christine Hester and all those, U.S. will act fast because it's a local person versus, UAE or like Eunice is going to get in some serious trouble, in my opinion, because like you do know Canada and USA have like a deal arrangement, like that ain't going to save you. And he missed. Yeah. And he said, and Carmine is in Canada. The little guy with the hair avatar or whatever. Well, Carmine, I have your picture. You got on camera like an idiot the one time.
Yeah.
So all you people with the avatars, you screwed up because once you go on video, I got you.
Yeah, and he has. And we found out today that you have a staircase in your house, mate. Was that the visiting house?
That was the visiting house.
Oh, yeah, it's the one, mate. Yeah, there's lots of houses with staircases. Be careful, though, mate. Yeah, I thought you would turn your camera on there. I was like, oh my God, I'll have to turn them off. I've just actually.
I set it up first. I pushed the button. See how I set up the camera first and then I pushed the button?
Yeah.
That's how real spies do it, okay?
Yeah. And we're still learning, but you've done pretty good actually hiding your identity. Hey, Grace Zumba, I'll invite her along.
That's pretty funny. Everybody's passing that document around like, oh, this is Grace. And then you get mixed reactions. Somebody's like, some people are reading an article and like, wow, she's this bar judge and she's doing this crap now. And other people are going, I think they're just reading like the headline or the first one of her election.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we have a judge in it. It's got to be good. I'm like, read the article. Oh my God.